Hello everybody, this is the Park Stepford and Son show. So what have you guys been doing lately?
Are you talking to us or the audience?
The audience. No, you guys.
That could get very slow if you were just talking to the audience. What have you guys been up to? Great to hear. We've been doing so many things.
Alright, nobody cares what you've done. Let's just get on with the topics. August 11 marks anniversary of death of Robin Williams.
You can't tell because this is a audio medium, but we are all currently crying.
Yeah, we are. I remember when I first heard about this last year, I was in class and, well, one of our friends, well, my friends, you guys don't have friends, pointed it out to me, and I was like, no, this is fake, you're joking. I didn't believe it, and I went through the stages of grief, and I cried a lot, and then I watched Good Will Hunting, and then I cried some more. Rest in peace. Islamic State group allegedly plotting to assassinate Queen Elizabeth II.
What do they have against the Queen?
Why the Queen?
And at this point, it's more or less an honorary title. It's a queen just because she's been a queen for a while, and they don't want to have to say, look, do we really need a queen to,
I think they're setting up a James Bond movie.
Yes, they are.
It's a real-life James Bond movie.
Please tell me this is the one where they finally get Idris Elba.
Everybody must love Idris Elba.
He has a new TV show.
He does?
Yeah, where he drives around in extreme vehicles. The first one was this car race. The second episode, was like a plane stunt thing.
Yes.
I haven't seen the rest of it. It's called Idris Elba No Limits, and it's good.
Okay, I'm gonna watch that.
It's filmed a lot like Top Gear.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need
Top Gear. A man causes a multiple car crash after carjacking woman at Murray Bridge. Well,
That's what you get for stealing cars.
This really is becoming a James Bond movie. According to Facebook, Ha has overtaken LOL.
Good.
Why?
I don't like LOL.
But, so Ha has overtaken LOL. That's definitely news right here. Like,
yes.
We were talking about an Islamic State group allegedly plotting to assassinate Queen Elizabeth. Who cares? Ha has overtaken LOL. This is serious.
You know what they're going to put on their Twitter after they kill the Queen? They're going to write ha. They're not going to write LOL anymore.
It's Facebook, not Twitter.
Why can't they write it on both?
Don't wanna get sued. Fantastic Four is being released.
Why?
Oh my god. People's Bank of China announces largest devaluation of currency in over 2 decades.
That's not a good thing.
No, especially in China. Do you know how many people are in China?
More than there really needs to be?
Exactly. I've been to China, actually. Well, everything is really cheap. If you can get it cheap, that is.
If you bargain, you mean.
The cheap things are cheap?
The cheap things are cheap if you can get it to be cheap.
In the same way that the expensive things are expensive?
The expensive things can be cheap,
But then they're not expensive things, they're cheap things.
I'm talking about here.
That
here,
was a
if it was
poorly
expensive,
plotted out sentence.
If it was expensive here, it would be a lot cheaper over in China. I mean, it'd be a cheap thing in China. Expensive things in China are the stupidly expensive things that Australia probably can't even afford to get shipped over here.
You can't tell, but I'm nodding.
Yes. But, so there's a devaluation of currency. This is definitely setting up a James Bond movie.
That sounds like the most boring James Bond movie ever.
Islamic State group have kidnapped over 200 people from Al-Qaryatan,
Al-Curtain,
Syria. That's not a James Bond movie. That's the next American Sniper.
They've seriously been busy.
Yeah, they have actually. I would say good job, but we're not on their side, so. I mean, I appreciate.
We're not on their side yet. Once they take over and we don't have a choice.
Well, I'm not on anybody's side really. I'm kind of just standing there. This guy over here, he's not a part of the world. And
yeah, the guy you're gesturing to with your hands.
Yes, that's 32 right there.
Yes, 32. I have a name.
Do you really though?
Yeah,
32's not a name.
Why not?
That's
You'll
a good
find
point.
out.
Yes, but if they weren't, crazy,
yeah,
I would totally say, "Ha, guys, good job." But because they're crazy, I go,
and, murdering people.
Yeah, I go, well, you guys have done something pretty big. You must have worked really hard at that.
Certainly some effort there.
Yeah, there's a lot of effort. That's the word I was looking for. There's a lot of effort, but yeah, just don't. Just don't anymore, okay? Coalition members reject free vote in Parliament for equal marriage rights in Australia.
Why?
Come on, Australia.
America did it already.
Oh my god.
The nation that gave us Donald Trump has somehow become more progressive.
Oh my god. It's because we have Abbott. Abbott, like... Tony Abbott is the George Bush of Australia.
No, he's somehow worse because he's still in power.
Yeah, that's true. He didn't start a war, though.
Yet.
Oh, he started a war on the boat people.
Yeah.
So, yes, he is probably worse than... Nah, not worse than Bush.
It's pretty difficult to be worse than Bush.
Yeah.
Case in point, Donald Trump.
If he becomes president, well...
Then we are all dead.
I am going to where 32 is from.
Where are you from, 32?
Senator Eric Abetz denies report which claims he made the statement, "Gay men did not want to get married." What sort of statement is that?
The kind of statement Abbott approves of.
Probably, yeah. Tony Abbott announces government's plan to reduce carbon emissions. Oh, wasn't that supposed to happen a few years ago?
How many years ago?
A lot of years ago.
How many is that?
I don't know.
32.
About 20?
20 years ago. Whoa, 20 years ago.
I don't remember him being in power for that long.
Probably like about 4 years ago.
No,
least 4 years.
You
At
don't know
least.
anything.
I know everything.
We don't know anything.
You don't know the first thing about Tony Abbott.
We don't know.
We
the
know a
first
lot
thing
of things.
about Tony Abbott.
Well, I know that he doesn't like equal marriage rights.
Yeah, well, true.
Zac Efron apparently in talks for a Baywatch movie with Dwayne Johnson.
This has been confirmed, and it's going to be R-rated.
Really?
Yes, according to The Rock himself.
Dear God.
It's going to be fantastic.
What makes you say that?
Yeah,
It's
so was...
Baywatch, it's awful. Of course this is going to be great.
So what? Fantastic Four was not exactly fantastic.
Yeah, but that's because it was made just to keep the rights. This is a movie with Dwayne Johnson leading it. It's gonna be good. It's either gonna be good, or terrible good. I can't wait.
Baywatch
to find out which
movie
one it is.
gonna be good.
No, I said that's the general rule of The Rock.
Oh.
This is definitely gonna be terrible good.
Yeah, it's a Baywatch movie, so I don't know why, but they're gonna make a movie of anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty soon we're gonna get a Connect 4 movie, I bet.
I want to say that.
I actually do want to see that.
I want to say that.
Starring The Rock and Nick Cage.
A piece of missile was found in the Ukraine. It is believed this was part of the missile that took down Malaysian flight MH17.
They're right.
CNN can finally shut up about it. Yes, high
No,
fives.
they cannot. They're still going
Yes.
to go on about this. This is always going
There's been
on.
a development. It's not just going to be the same thing over and over and over.
It's going to be the missile. over and over again. What if we find this flight? It's finally going to be over.
It's something new over and over and over. It's better than nothing.
I guess so. Are they going to have a simulator of the missile coming?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Probably already have. I just don't watch CNN.
Oh, God, no. Why would we watch CNN?
That's a good point.
How would we watch CNN? That's a whole different country.
Yes. Well, you can get it on Foxtel. Sponsor! A baby snake with 2 heads found in China. The prophecy. Google are changing their brand to Alphabet, apparently.
What does that even mean?
Google is changing to Alphabet.
So from now on, it won't be Google, it will be Alphabet.
Yes.
Hang on, give me a second. I just got to alphabet this.
No, I don't like it.
Why? Well, what's the point? That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
But apparently BMW own Alphabet.com, and they're not going to let Google have the rights to that.
Pass up on that.
Finally, BMW are doing something good. I like BMW.
I like BMW now.
I like Lamborghinis because they go in my garage. Anyway, that's all for that. Now let's mix it up a bit and have Dorian first instead of I.
Alright. Today I'll be going through what I hope becomes a recurring segment. Answering your fan mail. Too Sly For You writes, why is number 32 named 32? This is a funny story. When we were all brought together by the International Federation of Podcasts, 32 refused to provide a name in the form of a language. 32 is the number of people who died trying to translate.
Wait, what?
I just revealed your secret origins. You should have been listening.
Why?
Because that's the truth. Chickenfoot53 has sent us the lyrics to every Daft Punk song ever written. Thank you. Johnny Snow says, I'd like to inform you of a mistake made in a previous episode. Last week it was stated that Pisces deserves our pity for being a fish. This is ignoring the fact that Pisces, when enough of them are gathered, can summon the god Poseidon from the sea and use him to collapse the economy of one and only one nation. The fact that you could forget this after the great Poseidoning of 06 is frankly offensive. You're right, and we apologise for this fishy indiscretion. Dead Not Sleeping asks, my fingers, where are my fingers? It hurts so much. Thank you for your kind words, online stranger, and we wish you the same. Ruben42 would like to know, where do you guys record? We record in a small cardboard box beneath the toll bridge. XXX Silence is Broken 13XXX would like us to watch this funny video of a man falling off a canoe. Oh, that's a really funny video. What do you guys think?
I'm not going to stop laughing for the rest of the podcast now.
Hopefully I've answered all of your questions in a satisfactory manner. This has been the shortest fan mail ever.
Well, we don't really get much fan mail.
There are more writers here than the number of views we've had so far.
Yeah, probably.
It's a bit suspicious.
Well, how did you get all that? Do we even have fans?
Well, I woke up this morning and these were all scrawled on the outside of my shoes in the texter. So I'm not quite sure if that was fan mail so much as stalker mail.
Oh. That's kind of weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with mine now. So, I'm a massive movie nerd. It's not a secret. So, I thought for this episode I might share a little bit of my movie knowledge. So, Fantastic Four sort of got me on the topic of bad movies. A movie that has been often hailed as the worst movie of all time, Plan 9 from Outer Space, a movie I had to pause several times so I didn't die from lack of breath. I was laughing that hard from. But you may notice how Bela Lugosi's character has a cape over his face for half the movie. Well, this is because Bela died during the production of this, and Ed Wood, the director, was so lazy, instead of recasting and refilming, he got his wife's chiropractor to fill in for him. He was way taller than Bela, so that's why he is hunched and has a cape over his face for half the movie. If you have not seen that movie, watch it. It's worth it. Not because it's good, but because the funniest thing you'll ever see in your entire life. During the filming of a Western movie with Clint Eastwood and Morgan Freeman known as Unforgiven, there were no vehicles allowed near the set to get a genuine Western feel to it, because, the set of a Western movie wasn't enough. Aerosmith's Walk This Way was inspired by a joke Igor made in Mel Brooks' Young Frankenstein. One of the writers of the first Toy Story movie is Joss Whedon, the mastermind behind Firefly, Buffy the Vampire Australia, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and the Avengers movies. All hail Joss Whedon.
That's a little extreme.
Is it really?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the two behind South Park, somehow managed to get their hands on the script for The Day After Tomorrow during production. They were going to film a word-for-word parody of the movie with puppets, but their lawyers talked them out of it. For some reason, they actually didn't do something controversial. Like, seriously, have you seen South Park? They've done everything. There was a terrifying sequel to The Wizard of Oz called Return to Oz. While this really isn't much of an unknown fact, there are a lot of movies that have sequels no one knows about, like Psycho. This is worth mentioning because it is apparently, I haven't seen it, traumatizing, and it was its 30th, I think, anniversary a little while ago.
There's one sequence in the film where Dorothy steals something from the evil witch, and all of the dismembered heads she has lined up around her castle begin screaming at the top of their dismembered lungs. The Queen later removes her head and replaces it with one of the dismembered heads. Also, there's the Wheelers. The Wheelers have haunted me.
I'm sure that's not the only time you've seen something like that happen.
They have literally haunted me. They live in my house.
Wow. How is that going for you?
It was a lot better on that second take, actually.
Speaking of Wizard of Oz, Toto was paid $125 for that movie.
More than any of the Munchkins.
Yes, actually yes, I forgot to mention that. Toto was paid $125 a week for that movie.
I hear that's more than the Munchkins.
Yes, it is more than the Munchkins, who got paid $50 a week for that movie.
Because we do our damn research.
Yes, we really do. Hugh Jackman is leaving the role of Wolverine after Wolverine 3. You probably know that, but it's still something worth mentioning. Unfortunately. And it was a little while after he said, "I am never going to stop being Wolverine."
How much longer after?
It was about a couple months.
How many months?
Many.
How many months?
About 3.
How many is 3?
1, 2, 3.
That seems like too many. Which is this many. I'm holding up 2 fingers.
So it was 2 months, or you just...
It's too many months.
Yes.
Which is actually 6 months. Because that's 2 times many, which is 3.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
That's your fault, not mine.
Apparently, Linda Blair's performance in the creepy demonic possession movie The Exorcist was so good Max von Sydow forgot his lines. One of those lines were, "You mother." The narrator's name in Fight Club, my absolute favourite movie ever, is actually not said at all throughout the movie. And also, there is a Starbucks coffee cup hidden in every scene of the movie. It's a joke David Fincher, the director, made as a reference to the fact that there are Starbucks shops everywhere. Which there are.
Originally, the coffee shop that they crashed into was to be a Starbucks, but that was the only piece of product placement that they refused.
Actually, was that true?
Yeah.
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 Didn't know that. And it's Fight Club, and I know everything about Fight Club.
Evidently not.
On the set of The Godfather, Marlon Brando would read from cue cards as he would never learn his lines.
I don't think he learned his lines for any of his
No, I
movies.
actually think there's much more than The Godfather.
Like, with Apocalypse Now, he just improvised.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm. Well, the more you know. Sam Raimi was originally supposed to direct End of Days, but turned it down. And just like the End of Days, this is the end of this segment.
The hell is the end of days?
Movie with Satan and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I've never heard of that.
Apparently, it's not that great.
That's probably why I've never heard of that.
Hello. Hello? Hello. I don't know anymore. I just escaped a lab and, well, I can't remember anything. I remember how to speak basic things like humans and stuff, but I don't remember anything about my personal life. I'm making this recording because, well, they're coming for us. Them. I can't say who, but I can say they're coming.